Burnley vs Tottenham Live, Premier League latest score, goals and updates from Turf Moor. Burnley vs Tottenham Live, Express Sport brings you the latest score, goals and updates from Turf Moor Twitter roundup. Matt, if I have any more children, the next one is getting Davinson Sanchez as its middle names, absolute beast. Lee, not sure how the last few games Sissoko has warranted a place in the team. He is so poor. Garth, Spurs need to learn to kill games. Should be 2 or 3 up and it'll probably come back to bite them. It's shocking how often it happens. Burnley 0-1 Tottenham height, and that's the break. Spurs take a 1-goal advantage in with them after Harry Kane emphatically converted a penalty won by Dillali. Burnley have been their usual resilient selves, but they've lacked any kind of spark going forward. 43, these boos for Dillali have subsided. No stamina this Burnley lot. 40, Gudmundsson wins a free kick. This is within shooting range and nope. It's a dreadful cross that soars over and out of play. 37, better pressing from Burnley. They're certainly ending the half stronger. Defour, who looks the most likely source of an equaliser, crosses low but Sanchez clears. 34, that's a blow for Burnley. Chris Wood has limped off with what looks to be a hamstring injury. Ashley Barnes replaces him. 31, Burnley have their first meaningful attack of the evening. Warrior gives it away and Defour drives forward before seeing his cross collected by Lloris. Wood stays down and 28. Another chance for the visitors. Eriksson picks out Kane, who fires well over from just outside the area. 26. Burnley are in danger of feeling sorry for themselves, and it's not helpful. The players, manager and fans are moaning about every decision. Focus on the match, lads. 23, corner to Burnley. They have to capitalize on these chances, but the cross is too deep and Son is able to break. And what a break it is. Sissoko is sent clean through one-on-one with Pope, but his effort is tame and the goalkeeper makes a double save to deny the Frenchman. I think it's fair to say that Sissoko is not a natural finisher. 20, Spurs continue to press with Son claiming a penalty after his shot struck Bardsley, but referee Michael Oliver isn't interested. Harry Kane comes close again as he gets to the ball before Pope and takes it round him before finding the side netting from a tight angle. 19, Gareth Southgate living the Playboy lifestyle today, folks. He's jet-setted from Goodison Park to Turf Moor. Talk about fancy. And 16, Johan Berg Gudmundsson, whose name I will spell in full just once tonight, reaches the byline but can't find a teammate with his cutback. 13, Spurs have gone from strength to strength here at Turf Moor. They look more confident and clinical than they have done in recent weeks. 10, Dillali is very much the pantomime villain of the evening now. Burnley fans don't think he should be on the pitch, and they certainly don't think it was a penalty. Burnley 0-1 Tottenham, Kane, Ben, 8. No messing around from Harry Kane, who sets the ball down and sends Pope the wrong way with a well-struck penalty. Advantage Spurs. Penalty to Tottenham 7. Referee Michael Oliver has no hesitations in pointing towards the spot as Long makes a clumsy challenge on Delali. 6. Shank. Son and Davis play a neat 1-2 but the overlapping fullback skies it. 6. Should Delali be off? Possibly. The midfielder overruns the ball and flies into Taylor to win back possession. Could have gone either way. 3. John Harrison is co-commentating this evening folks, which is a real treat for me. He's opened by reeling out every fact ever about these two sides. Nothing much happened yet. Burnley 0-0 Tottenham 1, that cracking Arcade Fire song, Wake Up has been played and we're underway folks. Whoever picked that tune deserves a sincere pat on the back. Champions League Burnley 17-28. Tottenham boss Mauricio Pochettino doesn't think it's a preposterous idea. Sean Dyche's overachieving Clarets are point and a place better off than Spurs following their surprisingly strong first half of the season. And while Pochettino accepts Burnley are outsiders for a place in Europe's Premier Club competition, he feels anything is possible in football. Of course, replied the Argentinian coach when asked if the Clarets could secure a top 4 finish. Look, 2 years ago, Leicester can win the Premier League and, in the end, they won the Premier League. In football, all can happen. And of course they are doing so well. It will be tough because they are competing with big sides and so are we, but in football, all can happen. ISPYN 1723, I'm just watching Spurs going through their warm-up routine. There's lots of one-touch passing and movement around the penalty area. Not hard to guess why, and will we see the real Spurs? 17-20, having entered the season among the likeliest title contenders, things have gone badly off script for Tottenham since the high of beating Real Madrid in the Champions League. A 4-1 defeat by City last time out spoke both of the gulf that currently exists between the pace-setters and the chasing pack, and Mauricio Pochettino will have been stung by the thrashing. Their opponents, Burnley, are a point and a place above Spurs going into the match, and a tricky afternoon at Turf Moor should be a good test of how resilient the visitors really are. Reuters. Burnley vs Tottenham 17-15, and here's the lineups for tonight's clash. Burnley 11, Pope, Bardsley, Long, Mee, Taylor, Gudmundsson, Cork, Defour, Arfield, Hendrick, Wood. Subs: Lowton, Vokes, Barnes, Westwood, Walters, Wells, Lindegaard. Tottenham 11, Lloris, Aurier, Sanchez, Vertonghen, Davis, Sissoko, Deer, Ali, Eriksson, Son, Kane. Subs: Trippier, Rose, Lamela, Vorm, Laurenti, Dembele, Foyth. Evening 17:10, welcome to our live coverage of Burnley vs Tottenham. Tonight we'll be watching a quality, free-flowing, top 6 side against Tottenham at Turf Moor. But terrible jokes aside, we should be basking in the magnificent job that Sean Dyche has done with the Clarets. can Spurs, who are currently 24 points behind leaders Manchester City, return to form and spoil the party? Let's find out. Burnley vs Tottenham. Preview. Burnley are without James Tarkowski for their Turf Moor clash with Tottenham after the defender was banned for 3 games for violent conduct. Kevin Long will step back in to deputise for Tarkowski, while both Dean Marney and Jonathan Walters are close to returning to the squad after knee injuries. Goalkeeper Tom Heaton continues to make good progress from his shoulder injury but is not expected to feature over the festive period. Tottenham will have defender Davinson Sanchez back from suspension. Colombia centre-back Sanchez has completed a 3-game ban following his red card at Watford at the start of the month and could go straight back into Mauricio Pochettino's starting 11 due to the continued absence of fellow defender Toby Alderweireld, hamstring. Defensive midfielder Victor Wanyama, knee, who has been sidelined for more than 4 months, has returned to training but will not be available at Turf Moor.